All right, it's day 10, and I think we're gonna do something different. I think it's time, and we'll get to it in a minute. But I've been doing a lot of critical thinking about how we proceed. And if you're new here, welcome to the Quarter Pumper, where we normally play through classic arcade games in an effort to answer a single question. And that question is, how much would it cost us to beat this game in an arcade when we were kids? But you know, if you're my player 2, we go on side quests to see if we can get good enough to 1cc really difficult arcade games. And this series, this game is RType, and we have actually done 4 other arcade games in the past. RType is the 5th game in this 1cc series. We have successfully 1cc'd X-Men the arcade game, Ghouls N Ghosts, Splatterhouse, and Contra. And RType is the 5th, but RType is the first shmup. And so I've done a lot of critical thinking about how we're proceeding, the progress that we've made, how it's going, what we should do moving forward, because this game is I won't say brutally hard. It's hard, but the way that we've approached this compared to beat 'em ups and running guns and the games we've played in the past has been challenging. Because RType is about memorization, and RType, I think I've come to the conclusion that to have success in RType, you really need to 1 LC, 1 life clear the game instead of 1 credit clear, which is dying and using continues. Because when you die, you lose all your powers. And so I think, and we can have a discussion about this, I think today we are going to start setting up and using save states. And I want to see what you all think about it. But let's see who's here. El Demianos, welcome to the stream. Good to see you as always. El Demianos says, hey QP and chat, and good luck. Thanks so much. And Ken S, thank you for being here as always, Ken S. Ken S is awesome. El Demianos, you're awesome. Everyone that joins these on a regular basis, you guys are all awesome. And so I think today, we are going to set up save states. I don't think we're going to do any runs because I believe that while we can accomplish this 1cc old school, it will not like be entertaining. It will be just like a lot, like hours and hours and hours of grinding and playing the same thing over and over and over again until we get good. And that was okay. I think we could do that on games like Splatterhouse and like Contra because they weren't reliant on not dying, right? Part of the strategy was to have make it through certain portions without dying, and if you died, you were still able to recover. This game, though, like dying, it's so tough to recover that you almost have to start over. And so I don't think that it would, one, be fun to do it old school because, I mean, come on, playing video games is supposed to be fun, right? My mantra is any day that we get to play video games is a good day. And so I think to expedite the process a little bit, we're going to go through new save states. But I'm gonna show you how I'm going to show you how it's going to work in a second. Ken S says, I know you want to prove, L, but remember, not everyone has crazy amounts of time and dedication to it. Yeah, and part of the reason why I've come to this conclusion is yesterday I think Mark left a comment on the video about my gameplay and how I seem to focus on smaller areas where the ship is without being able to see the patterns from the bigger screen coming from other points on the screen. And to be truthful, it's because while I have average gaming skills, if you don't know, I am also I have a vision impairment. I am low vision and struggle to see, and that's part of the reason why I started this channel, so that I could have as many arcade experiences as I could before the activity becomes too much. And while it most of the time doesn't hinder my gameplay yet, you'll notice it in things when I try to read the chat, right? Because I'm awful at reading, because reading is one of those activities that my vision impairments actually, it does affect majorly. And so I have the inability to read with accuracy and or pronounce things correctly because my brain fills in letters when I'm reading. And so because of all of that, I have no problems making accommodations for myself for this specific game, because shmups were games I wasn't planning on doing because of my disability. But I decided I wanted to give it a try, and if we got to do it this way, we got to do it this way. And full transparency is what I value, so I'm going to just show you how we're going to do it. And I don't think it's going to necessarily take away too much. I think we could do it old school if we had the time and inclination to, but because this is YouTube and because we're streaming, and I'm respectful of everyone's time joining me every day, that I think it will just be more fun and entertaining for all of us to do it this way. And so El Damiano says in stage 3, try to use yellow weapons. Okay, we'll try to use yellow weapons in stage 3. So I think what we can do in MAME, in the emulator that we play RType in, is that I'm going to pause the game. There is a dip switch that I assume was in the original arcade PCB where you could flip it on, and it actually sets the ship to be invulnerable. And so I think what we'll do is, I've tested it. I think that you can flip the switch to have your ship become invulnerable, go through the game, save states at the beginning, create save states at the beginning of each stage, and then when you turn off the invulnerability dip switch, you can still reload the state but have your ship not be invulnerable. So that will be the way that we will be able to progress through the game, or at least the stages that we've gone through thus far, saving states at the beginning with a full weapon power-up as if we had not died. So let's go in together and look at this dip switch setting. So if we go navigate down to dip switches, we can see all of the available emulated dip switches that we can do, and it is this one, invulnerability on, which maybe, I don't know if invulnerability is different from invincibility, but either way, we're gonna go with it. And I think this dip switch takes effect immediately. So let's see, let's unpause. Let's drop in a credit and let's go. And I think I don't think I'm going to save a state at the beginning. I think we'll start at stage 2, but we will get all the power-ups. And yeah, see, look. When you are taking damage, you have this icon on the backside that shows that you are invulnerable. So we'll go through, we'll make sure we get the weapons. I think we'll get the base weapons first, and have all of them be what we would normally pick up in terms of what the game gives us. And then as we work with those weapons, we'll figure out whether or not we want to change and really do some weapon management stage to stage. But this will allow us to practice stages. And save states, man, it is what it is. I use save states for X-Men because the game was so long. Oh, should we get 1 speed? We'll get 1 speed. We'll do a 1 speed game. I think that's probably my type of game, to have one speed stacked up. But like I was saying, I use save states for X-Men because X-Men was the first game in our series, and I didn't quite know what kind of formula we were going to use to 1cc. So I'm like, I'll just make save states at the start of every stage and at the start of every boss, and we'll spend certain streams practicing those specific areas. And so I'm okay with using save states. I'm fine with how we did it for the other games, old school, but you know what? I don't want to be here. I don't want to be streaming to everyone the same stuff over and over and over again. And I think it's more like a 1cc I mean, a 1 LC experience. Or we can just go. We can actually just go right up here because hey, look, we're invulnerable. There we go. All right, so we'll pause at the start of stage 2. Like right here, and we'll create a save state. And in MAME, you can do that by hitting Shift and F7 by default. And then you select a position to save to. So you can select anything on the number keyboard. I'm going to go with 2, so it's stage 2. And state successfully saved. So there we go. That's cool. Yeah. El Damiano says, oh, hold on, let me get the, we're not going to get the speed. El Damiano says, your channel has a cool vibe because you play like you're in an arcade. When I was younger, I used to watch other people play in the arcade. Yeah, it's fun because that was like the old mentality, right? Like when you were watching someone play a game, it's like the original streamers, the original content creators, where you let's players, right? Where you would just go to an arcade and watch someone else play. All right, we'll get the yellow power-ups, although I think it's the end of this stage is the blue laser, right? I think so. And I think I'm just doing a save state for stage 2 just because I sometimes have a completist mentality when it comes to stuff like that. And we'll be able to remember the save state positions by the numbers. Okay, so we're fully powered up here. There we go, there we go. There we go. I'd like to think that at a certain point we would get good enough to do this every single time. And so the save states are basically a fast forward cheat to get us there faster. Alright, here we go. We don't have to move. Oh, look. We wouldn't even get hit down there. Look at that. Because when you get hit, when your hitbox is hit, you have the icon behind you. So we could stay down there. Things you don't know until you try, or you are invulnerable. Alright, stage 2 cleared. Let's Shift F7. Stage 3. Okay. Alright, we will get, like I said, we'll get all the power-ups so that we know what power-ups we would be taking in a regular run. So we'll get the red power-ups down here. And I think this will be a lot more fun for the later stages. Because once we were playing through stage 7 yesterday, I was like, oh man, this is going to take us forever, and there's no way that we can get through it without having power-ups at the beginning, like keeping our force. And then the idea to go back every single time on stream specifically. I think if I was doing this offline, it would be a little different. Actually, I don't even think we don't even need to go through all of that rigmarole. But I do want to get the blue power up here, because this is what we would have. This is what we would have at this point. And look, we can take them out. We can take them out so early. That's like a speedrunning mentality there. All right, stage 3 done. Shift F7, stage 4, and we're off. And we won't go past stage 7, where we are currently at in the game in our progress. It's not like we're going to go all the way to the end. Oh, we're not going to get that. We're not going to get 2 speeds. We're going to be deliberate about that. But we will get... We'll get the red guy. Alright. And we'll get missiles and 2 orbs. Man, it's much easier. We'll get the yellow. Oh no, was that a speed? Oh, I think that was a speed. I think I'm going, let's go back. Let's just go back. Yeah, because I don't want to get 2 speeds. I don't even think I need to get this one, right? Because I think we are as powered up as we will be. Yeah, there we go. It's funny, I was thinking to myself when I was contemplating this strategy, that if I owned an actual RType machine, an RType PCB, and I needed to, I would have the ability to set the dip switches to invulnerability. And would I then set it to invulnerability to practice to get up to certain levels? I don't know, but I could do that. So it's not that far out of the realm of possibilities if you owned an arcade machine and were training on it. Yeah, we're not going to get that one. But we will get these. So I think we will end up with blue at the end of this stage, right? And that's a speed we don't want. And that's that. And it would be... we can just go right into it. Oh, see, we'd be taking damage there. We'll start every stage with it in the front, maybe? Yeah. Okay. Stage 4 clear. Mission accomplished. So this is 5. Alright, here we go. Like I said, we're going to skip all the extra speed ups. Here we go, here we go. We would have yellow at this point. Do we get... I don't think there are any more missile... I don't think we stack any more power-ups, really. Skip that one. We'll skip that one. Alright, we can just run into here. Okay, stage 5 down. This is now 6. Oh, see, I'm super excited to actually play this game now in this way, so that we can replicate what it would be like with the power-ups, because we would never be able to get there. That guy. Down here. Oh, this part was the fun part. So that's yellow. So would we want yellow? I guess we would get yellow and then we would get this one. So it would make it blue again. Okay. And then we would skip this speed boost here. All right, sweet. So then this is stage 7. Okay, so this is the stage that we're currently at. So watch this now. I think if we... Oh, in stage 6 we should keep the yellow weapon. Oh, that's interesting. Stage 6 we should keep the yellow weapon. All right, we'll remember that as we move on. And then if we ever need to go back to practice, I think we can. So I think at this point we can just go down here. We flip this off. I think it takes effect immediately. And we're going to find out because we're going to blow up soon. Yeah, see? It takes effect immediately. So now we would be able to... So now we have the save states enabled and saved if we want to go... If we decide to go that ultimate route. we have all these extra lives. That's so funny. All right, so now we can actually figure some things out. We can practice certain stages so that we can ostensibly get to this stage fully powered up. And I think every time we load in a save state, I'll just add a credit in. And then see what happens. Okay, this will be the fastest way for us to practice these things. So let's just go back. Let's start here. F7. 7. We'll pause it. We'll add a credit, and then we'll go. All right, so if I don't want to get speeds, I'm gonna just have to avoid this one. Oh my gosh, man. Look at this. This makes this like so much more doable. Oh. Oh, you start back. We didn't even get to the checkpoint. All right. So yeah, this makes it much more. This will fast track our progress, I think, substantially. Let's go back. Add another. I don't know if we get that blue or not. Let's not, this time let's not go above. Let's just stay below. Oh, lasers came through. That's what we got caught with. I think we want to get this power up. Oh, that guy at the top. Again. So this game definitely, I think, is going to be a 1 LC type of deal. You can destroy the big ship. Okay. We'll add another credit. You can destroy the big ship in the middle. Okay. Alright, another blue. Don't need that. Look at all those explosions everywhere. Oh. All right. I know what we would do on this part. We would go 7, 7. We would go up at the top, I think. Oh, the game is still challenging. Oh, I saw that one coming from behind. All right, what did we say we go? We start. Let's just start back from the beginning. Yeah, I think we should just start back from the beginning. And then we'll do like a full run as if we started fresh, and then we'll see how it goes. Okay, let's see what the chat is saying. Aldemio says you can destroy the big ship. In stage 8, without a full set of weapons, it is extremely difficult to survive too. Yeah, I think it would just take us. It would just be an unendurable process on stream to figure it all out. Ken says the bare minimum needed to ultimately beat level 8 boss is an orb or on your front. Above and below. Above orb can be found in stage 7. And I think you get a bottom one in stage 8. Okay, so the goal... Well, I think the goal is really to be able to 1 LC. So we should be able to, in theory, keep all of our power-ups and not die through the entire challenge. So I guess it's changed. It's more from an 1 credit clear to a 1 life clear. Yeah, so using save states to figure out in 1 LC feels a little more, because we upped the challenge of it. Yeah, it feels a little more doable, I suppose. All right, we'll drop in a credit, even though somehow there are already 2, and we'll go from the beginning. All right, let's go. I think when we continue, we will probably just continue at whatever place we get to on a single life. That one guy at the bottom who's stuck in the wall. Okay, that's our 1 speed. Alright, wait for it. There we go. Get our orb. Take the red. Get some missiles. We'll take the blue, because that's what we would have, so that we can get the crabby guys in the next stage. There we go. Okay, so we know we can get to the first stage without dying. Let's go, let's go. So like I said, we are going to forego any more speeds. We have consistently been able to get past this. We end up, in the past, usually dying on stage 3 somewhere. I guess we'll get the yellow. Got the hand. Got that guy. There we go. Get the blue one up here. Game's pretty generous with power-ups at the beginning stages. There we go. So we learned that we can stay down there, but I think you need like pixel perfect placement of your ship in between the tubes to not get hit. So I don't think we would ever... I don't know if we would ever chance it or not. I don't know. Maybe we would chance it. We would chance it. If we knew we were in the right place. There we go. Alright, 2 stages down. Let's go. Hey, Strange Eons, welcome to the stream today. Good to see you. Oh, shoot. All right, so I guess we're gonna go back. I guess we will go back. So, Strange Eons, if you just got here, we made the decision. I made the decision to start using save states at the beginning of each stage because we have turned our 1cc challenge into a 1lc challenge, a 1 life clear. And maybe I'll change all of the titling and all of the stuff moving forward. Maybe I'll think about that. Because basically I've determined that the only way to clear RType is to not die throughout the whole thing so that you keep your power-ups, because recovering your power-ups at any midpoint of any stage makes the game virtually impossible, at least for an average player, average skilled player like I am. So even though our first preference is to beat it old school, I am not ashamed to utilize certain tools to help us all have a better time. So let's go back to stage. This is stage 3. We'll drop in another credit because that's what we're doing. We're still counting every time we start from a save state. It's an added credit. So, and then our goal is to try to make our way through all of the stages without dying. So this one is yet to be, I guess it's yet to be done. guess we get this guy too, right? It's just another yellow. And it was all yellow. I think the color weapons stack on each other, right? This yellow feels pretty substantial compared to other straight up yellow power-ups. Oh, we stay back here. Always go through that too early. Oh, we didn't get the... Didn't get the cannon back there, so let's go get that. Alright, there we go. Now we can just flippity doo-dah. There we go. Alright, so we can clear stage 3 without dying. I don't think that we have ever been able to clear stage 4 without dying. So this will probably where we spend the rest of the stream on this stage. But maybe with our new experience and being fully powered up, we would be able to do it. Oh. Then what happens immediately? Immediately I get shot down. Strange Eon says, just remember, there is a thing as too much speed, LOL. Oh, yeah. So we had a big discussion at the beginning of the stream about how to proceed, and I determined that that I will only ever take in the run a single speed power-up at the beginning. And so the goal would be to avoid all the rest of the speed power-ups throughout the game. So, yeah, I'm a one speed kind of guy. And that speed generally is slow. But yeah, well, we are definitely not. We are aware of the speed stuff. I think I wanted to get that power up though, right? This guy, because this guy is a red. He can shoot through the spores / olives. Oh, I always get caught there. I always get caught there. F7. 4. We add in credit because we're still counting credits we're counting. So basically we spend a credit for every single save state, which means like 1 credit life. Okay, and I don't think we actually need to pick up that blue one. But we will get this one. And we use their top orb. Oh, man. Again. Oh, we're not going to get that. We're not going to make it to that guy. Oh, this is where we would get our second orb. Okay. Oh, all those missiles. All those missiles. So we need to get the orb on the backside. Okay, so I know where we need to get the orb on the backside now. That was always a question for me, but I never had to answer it because I never had our force at that point in the game. It's always those missile launchers. Oh, I just dodged that one. Okay. Oh, I don't think we need any more missiles. I don't think they would stack the way that I think they would stack. I guess we do get that. Oh no, we got an extra speed. That's gonna... I don't know if that's gonna mess us up or not. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, yeah. See, the extra speed, like, totally does... The extra speed totally does mess me up. So it is it is imperative to not get extra speed. All right, we got to go back. We'll still drop in our credits and we'll go. So the goal for all of these is to be able to get through each stage without dying. Oh, man. See, even with like a fully powered up ship, it's still so easy to just take a bullet. Couple guys from the front. Second orb. This is missiles. Oh, Man. I'm going to try to take out this guy as he flies in. Because I do like this red laser. Oh, I was trying to get my orb to take out that guy. All right, let's see what everyone is saying in the chat before we keep going. Spoke too soon, Ken S. Exactly. I have a knack for premonition. When missiles hit, are they hittles? Yeah, exactly. When missiles hit in the mist, are they mistles? They totally are. They totally are. Ken S says, okay, it's good training. I think it's okay. Oh yeah, it's okay. It's good training. Yeah. To not get speeds. Eliman says you need charging. Oh, you need charging all the time. Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point to charge more in this stage. I think I'm just I think I'm just excited about shooting the side weapons that I have forgotten about charging up a weapon. Oh, there was one missile that missed. Okay, stay in this area. Second orb. See, thank you. El Damianos, like, with the big power tip there. Charge your wave cannon. Okay, there we go. Oops. Yeah, there we go. We can totally get through that stage, I think. All right, so stage 5 is one we also have never single life cleared. We're gonna skip all those things. Oh, I forgot where he was coming out. Add more credits. Just gonna let those pass. Oh, we do get the yellow. That's right. We did determine that we will get the yellow ones. Oh no! When you blow both of those guys up, you gotta double dodge. All right, let's remember to not do that again. We messed up this whole pattern, but that's okay. We'll be able to recover, I think. I usually don't hit that guy. We do hit this guy. We do hit this guy. We'll take the yellow. We'll go for lasers. Okay, that was a much better use of the charge weapon. Skip the speed. Skip that speed. Go up to the top here is where I normally would go. Took out that guy. A couple more of these guys that we don't have to do. Alright, here. Now we're back here. Oh! Kenna says, personally, I like the red laser for stage 5, but having yellow on stage 6 would be useful for killing the batteries. Wall crawlies. Yeah, okay, yeah. I see what you're saying. So, I see what you're saying. I think this stage is doable enough with the yellow, and then we'll see what happens. Let's see what happens at the end. So let's go back to the beginning. So we were able to get through the entire stage to the boss that time. So that was good. Go back here. Drop in our counter. And let's go again. Let's go again. Here we go. Oh. The whole pattern. Everything's so slow. It rectified itself. Okay, so we will take the yellow. Missile. I don't think we need any more missiles. Take this guy below us. There we go. Okay, a couple more. Got up there. Got him. I don't know if if this mechanic is actually in the game, but I was holding down diagonal down, and I don't know if there is a friction against your ship if you are pressing against one of the edges of the screen or not. Do you know what I mean? Like you're pressing diagonally down at the bottom and you're rubbing and there's friction. There's like a friction mechanic for movement. So you're not moving as fast as opposed to at that point when I was at the bottom of the screen. If I just pushed left, if that would actually make it go faster. Hard to say. Hard to say. All right, we're gonna go one more time, and then we'll see what happens on this last one. So let's go back to. Let's reset to this. Drop in that, and then we'll see what happens here. It's much easier to defend against these guys when you have pods. Missile? Yes. Don't get the speed. Oh, you're so aggressive. Wait, we don't need to take up those guys. Well, I think that's going to do it for this stream because I like to cap these streams at an hour, right? Because that feels like a manageable amount of time. I think we have established a good strategy for the rest of this. I think we'll go back and we'll change the titling and everything maybe to one LC challenge, one life clear challenge, because I think that is what the aim of this is going to be. So while we're going to start using save states to help us get through the game, learn the game, we will up the difficulty to make it a one life clear instead of a one credit clear, and we'll try to get our first one LC. So we'll see. Ken S. Oh yeah, El Damiano says +1 to Ken S with a red weapon on the 5 boss is the best. Oh yeah. Yeah, I can see how the red weapon at this point would just start destroying things. Maybe if I kept the pod instead of launching it, the yellow the stacked yellow would actually help me. I'll do that. We'll do that tomorrow. Remind me tomorrow, that's what we're going to do. Again, I'm the Quarter Pumper. Thanks so much for hanging out with me and coming to these streams and being supportive and telling me your tips and tricks and hacks and strats, because they are super helpful, and I would not be able to do any of this stuff without you being here with me. So thanks for being my player too. Enjoy the rest of your Monday. I know it's hard. We have a member stream coming up too at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for you members. We'll be playing through Total Carnage using a twin stick setup, and that will be the next regular video released later on this week. So members, 7 p.m. today, another stream. And you know what? No big deal if you don't make it, because we'll be right back here with RType tomorrow. So thanks, everybody. Have a great night, and we'll see you then.